Hey there, welcome to the podcast. I'm John Esteron, and today we're diving into something super real for a lot of students: the pressure to fit in, even when it means doing something that goes against your values. We've all been there, right? So let's talk about Emma's story and what we can learn from it from the scenario 1. So Emma's in high school, in her classmates, well, they cheat, not in an obvious way but in those low-key ways that teachers don't really notice. Now, Emma doesn't want to cheat. She believes in doing things the right way, but at the same time, she doesn't want to be the odd one out. It's a tough spot, so she has to choose between going along with her classmates or standing her ground. So the first question is, what values should Emma hold on to? So if I were Emma, the first thing I remind myself is this: integrity matters. It's so easy to brush it up like it's just homework, it's not that deep, but honestly it is. Academic honesty means owning your work, learning for real, and knowing you earn your grades. Cheating might seem harmless now, but it creates this habit of cutting corners that can follow you way beyond school. So, yeah, Emma should hold on to her values, even if it feels isolating sometimes. In the long run, being honest with yourself is way more important than temporary acceptance. So the question number 2 is, should she go along with the cheating or not? What kind of conformity is that? So, I really think Emma shouldn't give in, but if she did, it would be a type of behavior called compliance. Basically, that's when you go along with something not because you believe in it, but because you want to avoid conflict or rejection, and that's exactly what's happening here. So, she doesn't think cheating is okay. She doesn't want to be left out. So the third question is, if she cheats, why would she do it? Why would she do it? Compliance, internalization, or identification? So definitely compliance. She's not suddenly thinking cheating is right. She's doing it to blend in. If it were internalization, she'd actually believe cheating makes sense. If it were identification, she'd be trying to match her group's behavior because she sees herself as part of them. But Emma's struggling internally, so her actions, if she cheats, would be more about pressure and fear of being excluded than real belief. So the question number 4 is, what should she do if she wants to speak up? What complex style works best? I'd say Emma should go with a collaborating style. That means she's not pointing fingers, but she's also not staying quiet. She could maybe talk to a friend or two and say, "Hey, this doesn't sit right with me. I don't want to cheat." Who knows? Someone else might feel the same but be too afraid to speak up. Of course, it depends on the group. If she knows they'll just shut her down or make fun of her, then maybe avoiding for now is safer. But even then, she should stay true to herself and not get involved in the cheating. So at the end of the day, doing the right thing isn't always the easy thing, especially when everyone around you is doing the opposite. But Emma's story reminds us that our values are worth protecting. Even if it means feeling left out for a bit, at least you'll know you didn't compromise who you are. Thanks for hanging out with me today. So I hope this helped you think a little more about how to deal with tough situations like this with honesty, confidence, and kindness. Catch you in the next one. Thank you.